But by the grace of God, I had people in my life warning me, encouraging me early on, don't pick and choose, Ryan. All of it is either God's inspired, inerrant word or it's not. By picking and choosing, you are standing over the authority of Scripture, and you are as one pot among many arguing with its maker. And so when you approach the Bible, there would be a temptation to treat it, the illustration I thought of, like the beanbag chairs in our middle school room. You ever sat in those things? They smell, okay? So maybe don't. But they're comfy and nice. Why? Because when you plop yourself down in a beanbag chair, it shapes and forms around you. The beanbag chair does not discriminate against the shape of the person sitting in it. That's exactly what makes it nice and comfy. Paradoxically, it's what makes my back hurt when I sit in it for a long time. And so you might be tempted to treat the Bible this way too, to approach it and plop yourself down on it and allow it to shape and mold around you. What's being changed? You're not being changed. Scripture's being changed. The Bible tells us, woe to us when we do this very thing. However, the way I want us to approach the Bible is not like a beanbag chair, but like a massage chair. So I don't remember what this was. My wife's birthday, something like that. I was like, Emily, we can go do whatever you want this day. You name it, I'll go with you. She was like, let's go get manicure, pedicures. I was like, I've never done that before. I'm game. And so we go, and I go back there, I sit in the chair, and I put my feet in the nice warm water. You done this before? It's nice. It's nice until your wife snags the remote and starts grinning and hitting buttons. And suddenly, poof, right, like this ball starts going up my back. And then it starts shaking me, right? I couldn't believe it. I was like, people pay for this? And they charged me more than her because I was a dude. It's like $60. I couldn't believe it. It was jarring until it just kept going. I was like, ooh, it actually feels good. And then they like scrub your feet with like this orange stuff. It smelled nice. It was good. And so when you stand up, what was initially painful, in the end, you're relieved and better for it. Scripture should not be molded and formed by us, but it should be shaping us, working out the things in us that need to be molded. The late Pastor Tim Keller spoke about this very thing. Now, what happens if you eliminate anything from the Bible that offends your sensibilities and crosses your will? If you pick and choose what you want to believe and reject the rest, how will you ever have a God who can contradict you? You won't. You'll have a God essentially of your own making and not a God with whom you can have a relationship or genuine interaction. Only if your God can say things that outrage you and even make you struggle, as in a real friendship or a marriage, will you know that you've gotten a hold of a real God and not a figment of your imagination. So an authoritative Bible is not the enemy of a personal relationship with God. It is the precondition for it. Boom. Brilliant. So in sum, what he is saying is that if you want the kind of personal, intimate, dynamic relationship with God that the Bible speaks about, you must be willing to allow the Bible to shape and form you, not the other way around.